Today we're going to review the Gen 2 Coral Color D-D lens and the Orfet lenses, and we're going to talk about what lenses you get and we're going to look at them on the tank. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to another video on Paul UK Reefer. So today we're going to talk Coral lenses. I've got two different versions of the Coral lens. The Gen 2 D-D was the first one, so we'll go through them first. And we're going to put that up against the Orfek newly procured Orfet lenses. Just a heads up on cost, these will set you back about £20 and these about 30. So there's a tenner difference, and you'll see why. Both do the job, it's the first thing to say, so you can pick up a second-hand cheap one of them with no scratches on. They do just the same job, but if you're really sort of into your photography of your reef, definitely from the outset, this is where I think the quality and the value for money is. But let me take you through that and you can decide yourself. So the first things first, with the Coral lens, you get some microfiber cloths inside the D-D lens. It comes as a single lens, packaged nice and safely, which you can see there. So it's a lens clip that goes on your phone, and there's a cover to protect it from scratches, so that's useful. I'll put it on a different phone. Usually I use an iPhone X for my photography, which we're gonna look at in a minute. What I'll do is I'll put these lenses on the camera and do some quick clips at the end of this, so you can make your own mind up on which lens you like. Simply clips over the back of your phone, and as long as you can see your camera lenses through there, you might have to make a few adjustments. That takes out the blue. So on the D-D Coral Color lens, basically it takes the blue out. It's using an orange lens, which is around 20,000 K. So it's basically designed to take the blue out, the blue wash that you get when you video reef aquariums or photograph them. So that does a good job. I've done most of my photography with it and my videos from the outset and never had a problem. So I'll show you that at the end, and you can sort of see that, and you can put that up against the Orfet lenses. So the newly procured Orfet lenses, which I got from a Reefer friend, shout out Reef Community Worldwide. These come in a nice travel pack. So again, if you were going to go and take your camera to a reef show or reef shop, these are easier to transport than the other one. These come with a number of lenses, so you can see here they're all nicely sort of positioned in a foam case. You come with 4 different lenses. The first one is the CPL 37mm lens, and this is basically to take glare out. So that, if you're used to taking photos of a fish tank, is a godsend. And I would put that on practically every application that you would use these for. So I would add any of these other 3 lenses on top of that, which can be screwed together, and then add them to the clip to do my photography. So the clip's similar to the other one, basically just on a hinge. I'd always put on the 37mm CPL lens. They just screw on nicely like so, and then they're on there nice and tight. Now with this you can add the extra lenses on top. So the first one we'll talk about is the macro lens. Now, as you might be able to see, that's basically like a magnifying glass, and this is to take really close up detailed pictures of your corals. I would always suggest turning your flow off when you do this, so you've got less light dispersion across the shot. But yeah, this is for your close-up, really detailed, colourful corals, if you want to do a shot for Instagram or something like that. Then you've got 2 other lenses. I'll take them both out side to side. One's slightly yellow, one's orange, 15,000, 20,000 K. And basically these take the blue out to certain degrees in the aquarium. I found out of this, the orange lens, whilst it does a really good job, it completely washes out other colours. So the yellow one on top of the 37mm one is my winning combination for filming the reef. And that's because it takes out some of the blue but leaves some of the pop in the other colours, because I have other corals that don't pop under blues as much, and I like to have a good mix. So this is a good all-round collection. So what I'll do now is I'll take the camera off the tripod, I'll take a couple of seconds of video with each setup and let you see the difference, and you can tell me at the end what you think. But thanks for watching everyone, and I hope the shots of the reef under these lenses helps you with your photography. Okay, so when filming your reef, my advice is to turn all the lights off in the room that you're in and shut any blinds and curtains, because that will limit glare. The setup you see right now is the D-D Coral lens with its orange filter on. So this obviously is one that I've used for many years and it's worked really well. It's good for photographing and filming the reef. You get to see some of the colour pop of the corals while still seeing it. If I take this lens off, you'll now see what a normal iPhone X view is without the lens, just for reference. And there you see the blue washes the colour out. Okay, so we'll move on to the Orfex now. Okay, fuzzy as it looks from here, this is the macro lens, and this is designed for dialing right into a coral. So as I go in now, This is the Orfek. It's got the 37mm on with the macro lens, and if you see when I zoom into a coral and give it a moment to rest, you'll see it can come up some really lovely colours. So that's a good one. And again, what we'll do is zoom back out and take the lens off so you have an idea of what normal light is. And there we go again. So that's without it. So we'll move on to the next lens now. Okay, here's the next variation. This is the Orfet lens. Obviously the 37mm lens is in there again to get rid of glare, which as you can see is pretty effective. Obviously in my room all the lights are off and the blinds are shut. And on this one I've got the 20,000K orange lens on there. So you'll see if you look at the yellow tang, it looks a little bit orange, and that's the lens effect on here. Same as the rabbit fish there. What it does do is probably make things like fluorescent corals pop the best. So again, the fungier plate, obviously the lighting's a little bit off on that, so I'd play around with that a bit, but these sorts of corals with the fluorescence in, let's try and go over here, so the Miyagi there, if the RAS doesn't keep bombing it, they come up really well, but there is a bit of an orange tinge which isn't natural. So again, look at the plate, that orange plate, that's actually a lot less orange than that. It's really sort of upping the look of that plate if we go in close. But again, if you look at the rock, as we move around, it's a little bit orange. So really good lens, and one, it's probably very similar to the D-D one if you watch it back for a certain thing. But yeah, let's move on to the last lens, the 15K one, but I'll show you this just again, just for reference as I take the lens off, what it looks like. Again, worlds apart. So just proves the usage of these things. Okay, thanks for sticking in there, and here's the final lens. This is the 37mm Orfet lens with the yellow 15,000 Kelvin lens on. So as you can see now, we've got good pop, but we've got a deep sort of light blue color in the background. You can see the coralline on the rocks. You can see the corals fluorescent, but maybe not as orange as the last one. But for me, just a bit more natural. That's as close as it's got to what I can see from my eye. You'll see that Montipora there, nice glow, but nothing too unnatural. If we look back, the fish, the yellow tang looks a lot more yellow. Yeah, if we're looking at the jack-o'-lantern and then down to these fluorescent ones. Yeah, for me, this is the winner. I'd love to know what you think. Some people will like it bluer, lighter, closer. But yeah, I think this gives probably the most natural reflection of the reef. Definitely the one I'm going to stick to going forward, but looking forward to your comments. Please like and subscribe. When I finally get hold of the Apex and the Trident, there's going to be a build video of that, so I'll do my best not to confuse the life out of you and me with that. But I'm hoping it's nice and easy. If you read or watch the YouTube clips, they reckon you can do it all very quickly, so I'm going to bring you along for the ride on that one and put a new controller on this reef when it comes. So again, thanks for watching. See you soon.